Hey guys, what's up? So, first of all, I want to explain what this is here. This is a tier list that was created by somebody else. It wasn't me. They have other tier lists out there as well, like, waifus and stuff like that. And, this here, though, is ranking hottest Sonic girls, on a list. This is actually a list that I'll provide the link at the end of the video here, where they have Sonic himself, or at least somebody voicing Sonic, ranking the girls on the list. Now, this is one of the lists that you can edit. You can't edit the title, but you can edit, at least what the rankings are named. So instead of being like instead of being like what they originally had was S plus S A B C D E F, right? Instead I decided to rename them, and I renamed them like this. I don't know if you'll see these when I put them up there. But here we have, at the top, Super NFSW. That is basically exactly what it means, when it comes to a character. Like, this is, not only a character that's super hot, super attractive and all that, but the kind of character that would, basically, give you the time of your life in all kinds of creative ways, we'll put it that way. Underneath it, we have Super Hot, and Super Hot is basically just below the NFSW, to where, yeah, they're attractive, they're hot to be with, and stuff like that, and they can't, and they're willing, and basically they'd be willing to get intimate, but not, as creative or kinky or whatever you want to call it. Then the other one is hot to the point that, they are, that you want to be with them, and they're willing to give you a chance because they, you're attracted to them, they kind of find you cute, stuff like that. So, put them in that. So it's kind of like, they'll be willing to go on a couple of dates with you, have, a passionate intimacy, not on the, sexual level, if you will, but still, like, a private session of, making out kind of stuff, whatever. Flirt is basically characters that, like to flirt with you and, tease you a little bit, but on friendly, flirtatious terms, because they know there's something between you two, but nothing confirmed, nothing yet. The other is attracted to. Basically, when you see them, you get attracted to them, and you kind of feel like they're the same way towards you. The other one is just best friends. Basically, someone you could be BFFs with, someone that could actually support you on your wanting to find that someone that's in those other ranks. And then the other is test the waters. Basically, take the person out for maybe a drink or coffee, get to know them, and if there's something there, they take that next step up to, like, maybe just best friends, to attracted, stuff like that. But you want to test the waters with them and see where things go from there. And here, this is all the girls that the person who originally did this put in these rankings, put here to be ranked and everything. So you got, Amy, Barbary, this girl from one of the reboot issues, Blaze, Breezy, Bunnie, Clove, I think, another one of the Sea Girls, Irma, I think that's her name, Fiona, that one girl, I can't think of her name right now. She was in the one of the Sonic Universe Silver Arcs. She's in there. You got Hershey, Honey, Julie Sue. I think that's Lita or Laika, one of the twins. And then you got Linda. Then you got a female, a chameleon. Has a connection maybe to to SBO, but can't think of her name right now. You have Lupe. You have Lita, Laika, one of the other twins. Mina, Nicole, Nicolette the Weasel, basically Knack's sister in the comics. One of the other underwater sea characters, as well as this one as well. Here. Then you have, I can't think of her name right now. Oh, Relic. You have Relic. You have Sally reboot version, or either original version. Either way. Rouge, Styx, Tangle, to call, Vanilla, Wave, Whisper, and I think her name is Zete, or not Zete, basically the female member of the Deadly Six or something like that. You know, her. You have her on there. And it's going to be interesting to rank these. I've seen the other rankings people have made, and they're kind of interesting. So mine will probably be different in some ways, based on the fact that I've done these kind of things before with other tier lists. So we'll see, you know, how it goes here. Now you might say, did you do something like this before? I think I did, but I just can't find it. Really, I have to check back maybe at the end here, and we'll see if that's a fact. So we're going to start off here with Amy Rose. And Amy, you know, I like Amy Rose. I have nothing against her. I think she's a cute character. I like what they're doing with her in IDW. I like what they're doing with her in Sonic Prime, or what they're going to do with her there, what they've done with her Sonic Boom. So with Amy Rose, I could probably put her right in the category of, I would say, attracted to. You know, just based on how she's being developed and everything. So I would go with being attracted to Amy, you know, because of, you know, how she's developed and everything. Then we have Bobbery, that's Barby, the koala. Barbry, the koala. Like maybe Barbara, I guess that's the name, it's the full name. Excuse me. But Barbry, the koala. And honestly, I see her kind of in this category of, you know, of hot. I mean, her character design, let's be honest, you can't blame Tails for falling for her and everything. And she is the kind that, as I mentioned, finds Tails attractive too, because he's cute and everything. And you just, again, you cannot deny, you know, the design they give her, no matter, you know, who wrote the book. Then we have this character here, and I think, you know, not to be ironic or anything, but I have to go with Test the Waters. You know, just test the waters with her and all that. Then we have Blaze. I'm not going to deny it. Blaze goes right into the super hot deal because, you know, she is the kind that I think would, you know, if she got, you know, would basically want to, you know, get it on, kind of, but not in the creative ways that this level here suggests, if you know what I mean. But basically, you know, get on with you passionately in a way to where, yeah, you guys do the deed, but, you know, that's it. You know, that's it. But also you do the deed with protection. That's how I look at the characters in the super hot deal. It's like you'll do the deed, but you do it with protection. Breezy, I would say she's a flirt. I have to go with that. You know, just, you know, when you look at her first presentation in Adventures, and then you kind of see it with the comics revamping of her, yeah, she's kind of fits in that category of, you know, she's a flirt. There's no denying that. Bunnie Rabbot, oh please, Bunnie Rabbot. Honestly, if I can, oh no, not Test the Waters for Bunnie. No. We're going to get it up here. Bunnie Rabbot right here is super NFSW hot. Let's be honest. And she's the kind, especially if you read certain stories, that would not be afraid to get creatively, you know, creative with you in the intimate moments, if you know what I mean. So she's definitely going there. Clove, I'm going to say attracted to. I'm going to say Clove is attractive in my opinion. Very cute girl. This girl here, I'm going to say Test the Waters with. Irma, I'm going to say is, I'm going to go with, well, maybe just put it back here before I do that. But Irma, I'm going to go with hot. And it's based on her design. Very Sally inspired, but I'm going to go with hot with Irma. Fiona, definitely I'm going to say is a flirt. Got to go with her on that one. This girl, I would say, is a BF, just a best friend character. And now we got Hershey, and I'm gonna say Hershey. Gonna bring this up a little bit. Hershey goes into the super hot category. You know, I just feel like she's the kind of character that would, like to, get it, like to be very intimate with you and all that. So, and get it, do the deed, but, not be as, creative as, let's say, a Bunnie Rabbot would be. So I could see her wanting to do the deed, but not as NFSW creative. So she's in the category with Blaze there. Honey, I could definitely see as just best friends. Honey the cat, I could see that as being just best friends with you. Julie Sue, I'm gonna say it. She is hot. She is hot, especially again depending on how she's drawn, and especially depending on how she's described and written in the certain adult fan fiction stories that are out there. So I'm gonna say hot for Julie Sue. Lita and Lyco, this one's gonna surprise you, but I think this is Lita. I'm gonna go with NFSW because I could see that if there was ever a official adult Sonic comic based on all media, Archie, IW, whatever, out there, I could see basically characters like Lita and Lyco being very, wanting to be very creative in the moment, if you know what I mean. So I think they would fit the category of, not just being super hot and attractive, but being very NFSW-like, being creative and all that. Linda, I'm gonna go with hot on her. Yeah, I'm gonna go with hot on Linda. The character design looks nice and everything. I'm not gonna deny that. And she would be the kind that would just like to have a private moment, to just make out and everything, and hopefully there's no disturbance. This character here is a Echidna girl. I'm going to go with Test the Waters. Lupe, I'm definitely going to say... I'm definitely going to put it back here for a second. But Lupe, I'm definitely going to say super hot. I'm going to say she is super hot based on the design and everything. And I could see her being someone that would want to do the deed and everything, but do it, just like I said, with Blaze and Hershey, do it with protection and everything, but not be as creative on the NFSW side, like, let's say, Lita and Bunnie would be, in my opinion. Then, of course, we have Lyco, and there's no doubt Lyco is going to go right here, right next to her sister. Can get her up there. Because I could see both of them being in that category of get the deed done, not worry whether there's protection or not, and get very, very creative. Like, very creative and stuff. So I could see that. Mina, I'm going to say attracted, because she's got a cute design and everything, but, I look at her as a character that's more attractive than anything. So I'll go with Mina there. Nicole, believe it or not, I'm going to put it back here for a second. Should I spread this out a little bit more? I really should have. Sorry about the short design here, guys. But Nicole, definitely going to raise her up. Not to hot, but to super hot. Because, she's an AI hologram that can become very lifelike and everything, if not totally lifelike, but because she's a hologram, and depending on the stories that get depicted sometimes, she can actually take you virtually into her world, and she can get very creative. There have been stories with her and Tails and such, her and Sally, that, let me just put it this way, are very creative in basically have Nicole being very creative in ways that, in or outside her world, I should say, she can be very creative in ways that definitely ranks her in that category. And the thing is, she's got a hot design, and everything, and you can't say any more than that. You can't really say any more than that. Okay, so Nicolette, I would say we test the waters with. Nicolette, we test the waters. Same with this girl. We test the waters with her. And with her as well. So that's getting a lot of names there. Relic, I could see being just best friends. It's obvious. Sally, I'm gonna say it right now. I think Sally is super hot, but because she's Sally Acorn, I think when she'd want to get intimate, she'd want protection. I really do. I think she would want protection. There's no doubt. You know, she'd want to do the deed with you, but she'd want protection so that nothing happens until the time is right. So I can rank her in the super hot section of, you know, do the deed, but do it protected and everything. Rouge. Well, Rouge, I think obviously she has to go right next to Nicole in the Super NFSW rankings, because I could see Nicole being someone that would want to be very creative and everything. And especially, like I say, if you read some stories, look at some web comics, from what I understand, yeah, she is depicted in such a way. So not only is she hot, super hot and attractive with the design, but she definitely is viewed by a lot as being someone that would be into the NFSW like scenario of intimacy. Sticks, I would say attracted to. I mean, she's got this unpredictable wild side to her. So I would definitely say, yeah, I mean, there are people that would be attracted to Sticks. There's no doubt. So, because of her wild, unpredictable side and her conspiracy sides and all that. So, I would definitely say Sticks is someone to, to get behind. I really do. And, if you're attracted to the wild, unpredictable. Tangle, now that's going to be interesting. I think Tangle is the hot, if you will. Well, actually, no. I think Tangle would be more super hot or super NFSW hot, because she's fun, she's perky, she's got an attractive design, depending on who designs her. She's got a long tail, and you can't tell me that in those intimate moments that she couldn't get creative with that tail in many ways. I mean, you want her to bond it. If you're the opposite of her and you say, hey, I want you to bondage yourself, wrap yourself up in your tail, get bondage like, just to really turn you on, she would do it. I think she's the kind of character that would do that. So yeah, I think Tangle would definitely ranks in the Super NFSW as someone that would, be willing to do the deed, not care whether yay or nay, they'd have protection because she'd be so into it, having fun, but also she, with her tail, could be very creative in NFSW moments. Tikal, I'm going to say Tikal is more along the lines of hot. She's the kind of character that would, again, want to have a moment with you privately to make out and everything and not get too far just yet until the time is right. So I can see her there. Vanilla, oh, come on, you know where she's going. She's going to super hot territory. And I know some people say, well, not say, but would point out certain webcomics and stories to where, she could rank higher and everything because, she could get a kink on and everything and all that. And I'm not saying she wouldn't, but I think, she is the kind of character that would like to get intimate and everything. But I also feel that if, again, going back to something I said earlier, if they wanted to do an official adult Sonic comic and put her in a scenario where she would get into the moment, that she would be the kind that would want to do it with protection and everything, because she's already raising a daughter and she knows, and she would know as a mother that, hey, I only have energy for one daughter right now. Maybe later on I'll do something. So I'm going to go with the super hot. I know people would expect her to go up here in the super NFSW hot, but super hot I think is more appropriate for her. Wave, I would say, is flirt, because the way she teases Tails and everything. I think she's more of a flirt kind of character, so I'll put her there. Whisper, I would put. Um, Surprisingly, I'll put her as hot, because I could see her, opening up more to you if you got to know her, and basically even wanting to, be more in favor of having private moments to make out without anybody around, and sharing sides of herself with you that normally she wouldn't share. And I think that does fall um, into her character, in my opinion. And then last but not least, we have the what's her name from the Zete. We have Zivox, I think her name is. I can't remember it. But I would say she's more of a flirt. I would say she's more of a flirt because of the way she, like Wave, the way she would tease Tails or anybody else, or Sonic, and all them, even her own teammates, if you will. So she's more of a flirt, in my opinion. So here is my tier list for hottest Sonic girls. Again, this was made by somebody else. But here's my tier list. At the bottom, to test the waters, like take them out for a cup of coffee, get to know them, stuff like that. We have all these characters from that I don't really know much about except for Nicolette. Then Jess best friend, I can't think of her name right now, but she was in the Sonic Universe arc with Silver. We have Honey and we have Lilac. I think I would look at them as just best friends who would be willing to help out if they could. Attracted to Amy, Clove, Mina, and Styx because of the personalities and who they are. Basically, willing to evolve and grow, and I think they'd be the kind that you'd be attracted to because of that. Then here we have Flirt, we have Breezy, Fiona, Wave, and Zete. I think that all fits their profile in a way. They're flirtatious, not just with those that work with them, but with others like Sonic, Tails, you name it. Then hot here is characters that basically would be attracted to you and vice versa, and want to have private moments with you, not like at that intimate level that the others above them show. Basically was like, they would just like a private makeout moment with you for at least maybe an hour or so. And here we have Bobby, Irma, Julie Sue, Linda, Tikal, and Whisper. And then the super hot one is basically when it gets taken to that next level to where they do get intimate with you, do have that moment, but they do it responsibly, like with protection. So in this category we have Blaze, Hershey, Lupe, Sally, and Vanilla. And then here the Super NFSW one we have, and this is basically where, again, you go to that next level, you get intimate with them, but the NFSW basically means that, they're willing to get as creative and as kinky as possible and not even care whether or not they have protection or they don't. And to me, characters like Bunnie, the Wolf Twins, Lita and Lyco, Nicole, Rouge, and Tangle are in that category. So yeah, that's just my list for now. Let me know what yours is down below, and I will talk to y'all later.